We're in Magnolia, Texas, getting ready to install a compressor. I'm going to teach my new trainee the proper way to do it. We're taking some shortcuts because of China hasn't given us all the material, and some of the parts were out of stock in the store. So just be patient. You will see how to change a compressor. Here is the compressor. This is the leak detector, and these are soap bubbles. Once we install the compressor, we use soap bubbles and the leak detector to determine whether it's sealed proof and it doesn't have any leaks. Okay, we just took off the cover. This is the compressor that we're going to replace. Ahead, we took off the disconnect for the junction box. This is the contactor. This is the defrost timer. This is the liquid line filter dryer. This is the receiver. Of course, this is a condenser fan with a capacitor. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to connect the gauges to the low and high side and remove and recover the refrigerant. So why do we got to remove and recover the refrigerant, sir? Because by law we got to remove and recover it. So we're installing the low and the high side gauges right now. It's a beautiful day out here in Magnolia, Texas. Those are the exhaust fans. Those are the air conditioners. Here's a walk-in freezer, and here's another walk-in cooler. Nomás míralo, sí, ahí está bien. Pero no, todavía no, nomás déjalo ahí. Dale, arrímate poquito más. Dale. Ahora muévelo para abajo. Mueve tu torcha porque vas a agarrar todos los lados. ¿Entiendes? Usa tu mano izquierda para moverte, para agarrar todos los huecos, porque muchas veces. Okay, now watch this. Come over here. Come over here. Hold this. Hold this. Give me this. Hold this. Púntala para acá. Ábrela y púntala para acá. Ábrela y púntala para mí. ¿Está el video todavía? Sí. Okay, ponla acá. Sometimes you have to point it over here. ¿Cómo? You're filming me.
Por eso estoy haciendo.
Look, right here. This. The reason you do that, porque a veces no puedes agarrarlo de abajo. Está duro, ¿entiendes? So you come here and you do that. Ahorita. Cuidado con la. Échala para acá. Cuidado que no pegues esta cosa aquí. Yo quiero estar seguro, yo le hago así y la muevo, porque cuando la mueves le da todo alrededor, ¿entiendes? A veces si no que cambiarla, cambia la mano, no para que se mueva todo alrededor. Cuando haces eso, la solder está persiguiendo la lumbre. You know what I mean? Okay. Ahora. Pon para acá. Vete más para arriba. Necesitas que verlo más para arriba. Para atrás. Acabo con el video. You can always zoom in. You can look. Get back. Cuando te mando el video, you can do it big or small. So you don't have to do it big. You understand? Watch. Aquí. Mira cómo la agarró. Por eso me gustan estos. Estas se llaman rosebuds. Mucha gente no usa esto. Está bien, nomás necesita estar bien. Está seguro. Ok. Ya hicimos eso. Come over here. The compressor has been welded in. It's a 3-phase 208 230. We did the welding here, we did the welding here, and we did the welding down here. Then we connected here, we did the welding here. This is the low pressure switch line. This is the receiver. This is the liquid line. This is the suction line. And this is a 3-phase compressor. This is the defrost timer, the contactors. Of course, the low pressure switch. Okay, after we weld the compressor in, we attached the vacuum pump. You got the high and low pressure gauges hooked up and then you use the yellow line on the tubes to hook up over here to the vacuum pump. We also had to rob voltage because we don't have an extension cord or a plug up here. Of course we can get a 100-foot extension cord, but it's just better to rob the voltage off one side of the contactor. So you got anything to say, sir, about your experience over here in installing and removing and installing a compressor? Yeah, no, but what about your experience doing this? What do you got to say about that? Pretty cool? All right. I heard that, folks. This man is eager to learn, and he's having a great time. If you love your work, it's not work. It's fun. Okay, thank you for tuning in. Bye. Well, we're putting a high pressure switch for the high side. In case the fan stops working or there's too much refrigerant or gets too hot, it saves the compressor by turning off the compressor. And on the other hand, this also has a low pressure switch, which if there's too little refrigerant, it turns off the compressor by saving the compressor. So that's what we're doing. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Henry. Any comments? Henry just finished charging it by the ambient temperature, which was an 85-degree ambient outside. We added 30, which gave it to 115. And by 4-rain standards at 115, it's here on the box. It's close to 279. It doesn't tell you correctly there. But anyways, 115 ambient, 85 ambient plus 30 gives you 115 on the pressure temperature chart of the 4-rain 407C app on our phone, which comes out to a PSI pressure of 279, which he already reached on the gauges. Pretty close to 279, as you can see. And what he's going to do, he's going to remove the pressure hoses right now. And we're going to just hook up the heater. We still got a heater to hook up. The crankcase heater is used for the winter so that when it's cold, the compressor doesn't have a hard time starting. So, was this pretty hard? What was the hardest part about doing this compressor change out? Can you explain to me, Henry?
Welding.
The welding? Okay. We are going to the chicken cooler. We just installed the compressor and we're going to check the temperature in here, see how it's working. Hopefully it's cooling. No, esa está afuera. So, ¿se está enfriando o no? Se va a tardar un poquito. Mira ahí. No, yo creo que está al otro lado. So what I'm doing is we're looking at the cooler. We just finished it. I want to see what the temperature is. Still kind of high. Está saliendo frío, pero muy apenas comenzó. ¿Qué? ¿Ya está 35? Sí. Está bien. Está muy caliente aquí adentro, por eso se tarda mucho. You know what I mean? Sí. Se siente frío, pero creo que se siente más frío. Alright, it's 50s. Mira, ahorita me estaba enseñando 83. Lo que pasa es que a veces se atora. Tienes que apagarlo y prenderlo. Ahora está 54. Ya mero está llegando. So it's at 54 right now. We just turned it on. As you can see, 52, 51. It's dropping. We got it set for 35. Well, this is my adopted son right here, Henry. Henry, you got any comments? Okay. It's all good? Okay.